And this is therefore an issue that is changing people's votes. It's not just that if you're a Republican, you're concerned about immigration. If you are a quite liberal New Yorker and you've suddenly found that all these illegal immigrants have been sent up from Texas, suddenly you're concerned about migration as well. Is that what you're finding?
I think that's fair, and it's particularly amongst those voters who are registered as independent. A huge number of them in Arizona, a huge number of them in these swing states that are going to really matter come November. And we actually see that the border is the top issue amongst independents as well. I think there's an extent to which there probably aren't that many Democrats to be won on it. Obviously, the US electorate is very polarized. There's actually very few voters who might switch from one of Trump or Biden to the other. But certainly amongst independents, we are seeing it be the bigger issue. The only warning sign I would say for Republicans is what we saw happen in a special election back in February, New York 3. It's in Queens, it's very close to Manhattan, and they had a special election, and I think a lot of Republicans thought they were going to win it because of the border issue. Actually, the Democrat there, a chap called Tom Suozzi, who's now in the House of Representatives, he took a hard line on the border, despite being a Democrat, and he was able to assuage quite a few of those concerns that his voters had. So it's possible for the Democrats to win on this or to take the temperature out of it, but they're going to have a significantly firmer policies than we currently see the Biden administration having.
And what other issues do you think are likely to be determining people's voting in the election? A lot of people have been talking about abortion and how that may help the Democrats win some people back.
Yeah, I think abortion and these sort of women's rights issues, I think that's the big wild card at this election. People were saying a while back, perhaps the Trump court cases are going to be what changes this election if Trump is convicted. Actually, in a recent poll that we ran, we found that 93% of Trump voters said that they were still likely to vote for Trump, even if he was convicted of a crime. Only 2% very unlikely. So I don't think that's going to be a game changer. What we do see, though, is the amount of money that the Biden campaign is amassing to do a big spend on abortion on TV, in print, on social media, nearer the election. And they're going to be really aiming those messages at suburban women, at white women, at people who are concerned about the border and inflation, but also can be one round on abortion. And we've obviously also seen abortion get onto the ballot in November in Florida, in Arizona. We might see it on the ballot in Nevada as well. And Democrats are going to be hoping that helps their turnout. If I was advising the Republicans right now, I'd be saying that's your biggest danger, that abortion issue, because the Democrats have proven very good at mobilizing that. And just wait till they dump all of those ads. I was talking to the same Hispanic woman I mentioned earlier about the border. She was convinced of the border being a problem. She said she was going to vote for Donald Trump. Later on in the interview, I read her out some of the Democrat messaging on abortion, saying Trump's back to federal abortion ban. Trump would put more justices in to try and roll back abortion rights. Not my words, but Democrat messaging. And the color drained from her face. And she said, oh, goodness me, I might think twice about the Republicans then. So that's the gold card that Biden will try to use. Will it be enough? Who knows? But it's their best card.